welcome to Good Luck High Five, episode 562.
That's right. You're listening to a podcast that's for you if you play Magic the Gathering. Whether, like us, you are tired about the Marvel Universes Beyond, or you're excited for it, we're here for you.
I'm one of your hosts, Captain Catherine Janeway of the USS Voyager.
I'm another one of your hosts, Sully from Monsters, Inc.
We're celebrating Halloween on today's episode as our episode comes out on Halloween. And we dress up. I dress up as Janeway, my favorite Star Trek captain, for the season when she cut her hair. So I'm not doing the bouffant.
I mean, I wish that you were. I know that you're a bob preferrer, but I'm like, I loved that weird bun situation.
I thought it was great too. I really did like it.
It was really good.
I got this costume, which is great, by the way. Which shocked me because normally if you get a costume, like it's really crappy. But it came with a wig in a bag that said gift on it. And I think they were trying to be like, if you want to do the hair, here is free hair for you to make her bouffant. But I was just not ambitious enough. So I'm like, well, I just basically cut my hair like she cut her hair. So
yeah.
Let's go.
There's nothing like a bag of hair that says gift on it.
Things you didn't ever think you'd receive in the mail. You know,
things
what I mean?
I don't think I want to receive in the mail, if I'm being quite honest. Like bag of hair that says gift, hard pass. No, thank you.
It's not the worst thing I've ever received in the mail. Listeners, have I told you my story about getting a vial of poop in the mail? I don't know if I ever have, but it did happen to me.
Always worth telling. You did get a bottle.
Yeah. It was an online date
vial
gone wrong. They thought they were being very funny. And I was like, I'm sorry, that is not funny. It was sent to my workplace too, which it smelled, everybody. Oh, okay, let's just leave it at that.
How many times do you think that they had to do that before they realized it wasn't working for them?
I mean, okay, it was specific because this person thought it was funny because I was a comedian. And they're like, you can use this in your sketches. This is for your jokes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, your mom's always like, put this in your next sketch.
Yeah. So it was of that vibe.
That was the vibe.
Did they mean the poop itself?
I don't know what they meant.
Or did they mean the experience? Because I have to say that if they meant the anecdote of getting sent a vial of poop,
well, certainly
right.
It has paid dividends in that category.
They were correct about that. So point them, unfortunately.
But I do know it was the first time they had ever tried it because accompanied with the vial of poop was a note that said, hey, I had trouble sending this because it's illegal. They didn't write that, but what they said is I tried to send it through my post office. They live somewhere very rural. So the postmaster let it happen because he said it was for a joke. And so it got sent in the mail illegally. It smelled.
My postal person can just be like, okay, as long as it's a joke, I guess you can put poop in the USPS mail system.
That is what the letter led me to believe. That's what the letter led me to believe. Everyone, this was many years ago. I had it sent to my office because I didn't want to give this stranger on the internet, my home address. We had been conversing for a few weeks or something.
Arguably, you should not have given them your work address either.
I definitely should not have after this occurred. So that's my poop in the mail story. So the hair marked gift was not the worst thing I've ever received.
Not the worst thing. Wow.
Megan, how did your costume come to be today?
Okay, mine is that as you all know, I am in Rhode Island for a show. Shout out to the people who came to the preview weekend. It was truly a highlight of my trip so far. It brought me so much joy. So I'm in Rhode Island, and I did not consider Halloween costuming when I packed, in part because, let me tell you, there was no room for things that were not things that I'm wearing every day.
No, certainly not.
I already have a lot of repetition in my wardrobe for this trip. So I did not think of one, but then today I went into a coffee shop with a very nice barista who I do really like. One of the few baristas who does know my name and it doesn't make me flinch. Usually it's that sort of stuff. I'm like,
oh God.
I'm like, I don't know you. But anyways, they're very nice. And they're like, they're like, oh, they're like, do you know Monsters Inc? And I was like, no. Because you can't ask me questions I'm not anticipating. I can't answer them correctly.
You know Monsters Inc. Certainly not what I'm expecting
this
at
lovely
8
person
a.m.
asked me, do you know Monsters Inc? And I said no, because that was just the first thing that came to my mind.
I mean, what does that mean? Like, are they asking me, do I know the cinematic universe of
Monsters Inc? I was like, I don't know. Anyways, point is, I was like, no. And they're like, well, there's this guy over, like, who came in earlier who had like a real Mike energy, which is the little green guy.
Okay.
And then they were like, oh, and your color palette is like very Sully. Who's the big? They were like, he's the big like blue and green monster. And I was like, yes, I do know who you're talking about.
And you know what? They nailed it. They nailed it.
Like, I do really have, and the thing is that my hair has faded to that color palette, and then also I happen to be I'm wearing a pullover that is that same like blues and greens. So I am like head to torso.
Yes.
Blue in the correct color palette. Yeah. So here I am.
Great job. Accidental costume. Thumbs up.
Yes.
I'm just proud and happy this year to be wearing something that is not that horrible Loki helmet I wore last year, which dug into my face.
It was very uncomfortable for you.
I can still feel it.
What did I wear last year?
I don't know if you wore anything. I think I just was like, I need to wear my Loki costume because I had 2 costumes last year.
Yeah. And I was like, knock yourself out. That sounds right. I feel like I wore something. No. Did I?
Viewers, if you remember what Meghan wore, please let us know.
Please let us know.
I think it was just clothes, but if you have a great costume, we'd love to see it. Post in our Discord if you're a patron.
Yeah.
Put it on social media. Let us know. I love to see costumes. I love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday. So I'm so excited to be with you today on the greatest day of the year as the greatest captain in Starfleet. I know we haven't talked about magic yet on this show. So I'll let you know that 12 minutes in.
I did say that it was a podcast for people who play magic.
You did let people know that. So that's good. So they should know.
We've said it once.
We've said it once. We mentioned the Marvel thing. On today's show, we're going to talk about Lost Caverns of Ixalan because the debut video just happened. We talked to you about the new mechanics and returning mechanics last week. This week, we're going to talk a lot about the new preview cards that have been dropping. We have a preview card for you. We already debuted it on our Twitter account, but we want to talk about it on the show, as well as a bunch of other cool cards that have been previewed and that have piqued our interest so far in this set, which looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks very, very cool. I'm so excited to see more of it. You know, I'm just so excited to see a world that's underneath the ground.
I mean,
that I personally do not have to spelunk into.
Okay, that's what I was getting to. That was my follow-up question.
I'm so excited to see an underground world that does not involve me going underground.
Did you know that Harvard just posted a video of them going into one of the Great Pyramids? And it's like a 3D video tour. So you can go underground into the pyramids and into the burial chambers. And it's like you're doing it, but you don't have to spelunk. There's no self-spelunking.
So we're going to continue to not talk about magic, despite the fact that Maria briefly teased you with the idea that we might be talking about magic.
Maybe one day.
Not yet. I was just in Boston.
I thought you were just going to say, I was just in a Great Pyramid.
I was just in the pyramids. I was just in Boston, and I went to 2 great museums. I went to the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, which is just like a wealthy woman in the late 1800s who ended up being like great friends with John Singer Sargent and a bunch of other artists. And it's just her amazing, weird home.
Wow. Cool.
That full of paintings that she collected.
Wow.
And part of it is that she was like, you can't change any of the displays. So it's just hung. It's not hung like a museum with like info panels and everything. Yeah. It's literally just a home filled with art, except some of that art is like Degas.
Wow, that's so cool.
It's very cool. And also in 1990, it was the site of one of the biggest like art heists. There was like one of Rembrandt's only known seascapes was stolen, a Vermeer, which there's only something like, even though Vermeer is quite famous, obviously, like girl with the pearl earring, etc. Like there's only like 30 something of his paintings that actually are known to exist. And a Vermeer was stolen from there, and then like a bunch of Degas sketches.
Did they ever find them?
No. And it's especially surprising because they feel like it must have been an inside job, right? It was like of this whole house of art, it was like specifically the Rembrandt, like a Vermeer, and then like some Degas sketches.
Sure.
So it was like targeted, you know.
Wow.
And then you had to get in there. Anyway, so that museum, highly recommend if you're ever in Boston. It was amazing. And then I went to the Harvard Natural Sciences Museum, which has the glass flowers, which are amazing. Harvard had like these two glassmakers back in the day make these like glass replicas of a bunch of kinds of plants to study, and they don't look like glass.
They look
looks like
plants?
you are looking like it looks like you are looking at like the stalk of a sunflower.
Wow.
And a sunflower, except it is made of glass.
That's cool.
It is incredible. Highly recommend. They also had really cool rocks.
Hey, I'm into rocks.
They were amazing looking rocks. They were some of the coolest rocks I've ever seen. So anyways, highly recommend. They were both really great.
I want to know where these stolen paintings ended up. If you know rich people with suspicious paintings in their homes, let me know.
I mean, that's what it has to be, right? Like there's some of the world's billionaires out there who have no scruples, obviously, because they're billionaires.
They'll just do whatever.
Have those paintings.
Yes, they just have them on their secret painting yacht. And like 10 people know about it. Yeah.
Hey, do you want to come visit my secret painting yacht?
Absolutely.
Why are you putting paintings on a boat? That's just a bad place to put paintings. Okay, now we can talk about Magic the Gathering.
Speaking of yachts, neither Meghan or I currently have one, but we could with your help. If you go to patreon.com/GLHF Magic.
I just want to make it clear while we were asking for your money that we are currently nowhere close to yacht money. If you're like, I don't want to help anyone buy a yacht, don't worry, you're not. We're so far away from coming close to buying a yacht.
This is peanut money.
We are about as far as I think a person can be away from buying a yacht.
Oh God, I would just love someone to throw in a donation and it just says for the yacht on it.
For the yacht. All right, look, this is our call.
Yacht fund.
We have no new patrons this week. All right, we are still we are still waiting for someone to donate exactly when we are recording.
During a recording. It's not
so
happened yet.
So you can get your shirt that says, I'm a witch.
Yep. We did have somebody email us, currently 58, who really wants to win the oldest patron or oldest listener challenge.
Yes.
But if you're older than 58, you're going to bump them.
Yeah. I believe that they currently are the oldest known listener, though.
Yes, they are. They're currently in first.
So they're already in the running for one of this year's weird shirts.
We have so many great weird shirts to give out in 2023. Before the end of the year, we would love you for you to join our family, get access to our awesome Discord, but more importantly, support the content that you look forward to every week that may or may not talk about Magic the Gathering.
Do you know what?
What?
If you donate this week.
God. Oh, God, it's another shirt, isn't it?
It is. If you donate this week alone, and I'll say this one has to be $10 or more.
Uh-huh.
You will get a shirt that says, I gave Meghan and Maria yacht money.
This is what's going to happen is you're going to make so many shirts that all of the patron money has to go to making these weird shirts instead of making our yacht.
Oops.
Donate
one week only, everybody. $10 or more. I gave Meghan and Maria yacht money. I don't think that this is actually an incentive.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. We'll see. $10 a month or more. You get this great shirt designed by Meghan.
Limited edition.
I will not touch it. It'll be by Meghan's hand and Meghan's hand alone.
Like you're going to have nothing to do with this?
That's what I said. I want you to design it.
All right. What really needs to happen is that I need to go take a screen printing class or something. I think I'm getting into screen printing territory at this point, right?
Oh, we can make it online. It's okay. I just want you to make the design. But
if I can screen print it, I will. Okay. That's a promise.
Great. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Big thanks to our other sponsor as well, CardKingdom.com. CardKingdom.com/GLHF. Have been giving us yacht money for years. We love them.
Yacht. We're still so far away from a yacht, but not for lack of their trying.
No, they try to help us get the yacht. You can pre-order.
Kingdom, we try to get you a yacht.
You can pre-order Lost Caverns of Ixalan on their website right now. Yet another great slogan that we've dreamed up for Card Kingdom over the years. So many for them to choose from at any given moment, honestly. You can get those Doctor Who decks if you want to play some Commander with Doctor Who fans in your life. I've heard that they're really, really good and super fun decks. Just whatever you want. Get your holiday shopping done before you're in a weird panic about it.
Yeah. Do you know what? You can do it now. I've already bought about 12 holiday gifts for people.
Excellent. I love doing it very early. So that's my goal this year too.
It's just fun. You got to do it when you see the thing, you know?
Yeah, you see the thing, you remember, so you don't have to like forget it and then remember it 100 years later.
Card Kingdom, see the thing.
See the thing, buy the thing.
Yeah.
Card Kingdom. On the internet this time of year, I always see people posting in like Magic forums like, hey, my partner plays, I don't know what to get them. And I'm always like, the answer generally is, what is their favorite like deck that they like to play? Get them an upgraded version of that card, get them a cool foil, a different language foil, a different art style or whatever. So Card Kingdom sells a lot of singles. So if that sounds like a good idea to you, check them out, cardkingdom.com/GLHF.
All right, it is time for the randomizer.
All right, everybody, we've hit the random button on scryfall.com and are going to try and guess the card by the art alone. Meghan has sent me a very great piece of art here.
Yeah, Maria, tell me what you're seeing.
I'm going to have a hard time describing to you. Let's focus on the action. There's two green monstery creatures in the front of the frame. They're holding swords. And they're growling, they're hissing, they're making some kind of mad noise with their mouths. But in front of them is some kind of guard creature wearing some chainmail. In fact, they're surrounded by these chainmail guard creatures who are carrying spears with big axes on the end of them. These two green guys look like they're up against it. All of these guards in their shiny chainmails with their spear axes are like, I think they put them in the pit and they're like making them fight to the death for their amusement. But they're definitely the prisoners, these two green guys, of these chainmail guys. And then above them is really what I'm going to struggle with here. There is a structure of some sort. It kind of looks like if you've ever seen an ant hive, like from the side. I don't mean an ant hive. What do they call them?
A colony?
A colony. And you can kind of see what the ants have made. You know what I'm saying? If you poured a mixture of concrete into that and then took it out of the ground and looked at that, that's what it would look like.
Do you know what? That is exactly what it looks like.
So that's what I'm seeing above them. So like, what the heck is going on in this card? What color is it? What does it do? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to name this card Up Against It. That's what it's called because these two guys are up against it. It's white. And it's like, if you have two creatures and are currently losing, if your life total is lower than your opponent's and you have two creatures in play, those two creatures get +10/+10.
Wow. +10/+10?
Okay, it's too good. I mean, I don't know what it costs. Maybe it costs 6 mana, you know what I mean? And you have to have exactly two creatures. So that's the card, Up Against It.
You are decidedly incorrect.
What? No way.
I know. The card that we are looking at here is called Stronghold Gambit.
Okay.
It is from Nemesis. It is a sorcery for 1 and a red.
Oh.
It says each player chooses a card in their hand. Then each player reveals their chosen card. The owner of each creature card revealed this way with the lowest mana value puts it onto the battlefield.
I love this card. That's great.
Right? This card is pretty great.
I actually love that. What a cool, I love like little mind games that you can play with your opponent. I love this.
This is a total mind game. Oh. Okay, Maria, I want you to think of the creature that you're going to put on the battlefield right now.
Okay, I've got it. But I'm playing against Meghan, so this is like really tricky because she might reverse psychology me here with this, you know?
Yeah. Okay, I have my creature.
Okay. Who's going first?
Let's go. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and you're gonna say the CMC of your creature or the mana value of your creature. Sorry.
Okay. Lowest mana value.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go 3, 2. Right. That's what it says.
Yeah. I was making sure it wasn't power and toughness. That's all because I was like, okay. Okay.
So I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And then we'll say it after.
We'll say
okay. 3, 2, 1, 4.
I
We both get our creature.
4/4. I was thinking of Saddleback Lagak. That's the one I was going to put out.
Maria,
What?
I thought of none other than my one true nemesis, the Siege Rhino.
You were thinking of Siege Rhino.
Yes.
Well, you win that battle. That's a better creature. Yeah, like what happens if you tie?
I think that this is worded so that you each get to put them onto the battlefield.
Oh yeah, the owner of each creature with the lowest mana. Okay, yeah, so we both get them. You're right. You're right. All right, Megan, it's time for your guess.
All right.
Check out your art.
I love this art. I am obsessed with this art. We see a dragon who is so happy. This dragon is taking a bath in like a molten hot tub.
It's great. Best
and
life.
That's just what is happening here.
That dragon has self-care on lock.
Yes. And like, let me tell you, it's not like it's not like I'm making up that this dragon is enjoying a molten hot tub. This dragon is obviously enjoying a molten hot tub. He is grinning ear to ear.
That is what's happening in this card.
He's like kicking one foot up. And he's having a great time.
All right, what's this card's name and what does it do?
Okay, this card's name is Molten Bath.
Great.
Molten Bath is 2 red, and you can okay. This is maybe 2 red. Sacrifice any number of treasures. Return that many creature cards from the graveyard to your battlefield. They gain haste. Exile at the end of them at the end of your turn.
Wow, that's a cool card. Could be very good. This card is actually a card that we've seen not too terribly long ago. It is Young Red Dragon. Red Dragon. So it's 3 in a red for 3/2 flying, and it can't block. I always ask for baby dragons, and they delivered here. So this is from Commander Legends Battle for Baldur's Gate. It also has the adventure Bathe in Gold, which is an instant, create a treasure token.
All right. I feel like Bathe in Gold and Molten Bath are...
Yeah, for seriously, you got it very, very close.
So I got red card. Do you know what? I did get both treasures and creatures are involved. You did. So I feel solid about this.
I think you got way closer than anybody has legal right to on this card.
Excuse me, you don't have the legal right to be this close?
All right, friends, we're going to talk about Lost Caverns of Ixalan, everybody, because previews are now well and truly underway, and the set is going to release next month, and by next month, I mean basically this month, because it's almost November 1st.
It is as close as you can be to November 1st without being November 1st.
Yes. Precisely. It comes out on the 17th, pre-release weekend, the weekend of the 11th. So we are very, very close to this dropping of the new set, which is very exciting and faster than I ever expected it to come up. Good Luck High Five previewed a card this past weekend. In case you missed it, let's talk about it right now, everyone. This is our official preview card. Thank you to Wizards for the free preview content. Magmatic Galleon. This is a vehicle.
This card is sick.
I think it's super cool.
And I'm not just saying that because it's our preview card. I think this card is sick.
I love this card. It's a rare. It's a 5/5 vehicle.
Yes, it is 3 red for a 5/5. It gives me very strong Sky Sovereign flashbacks.
Absolutely.
Because it says, when it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target creature an opponent controls. Whenever one or more creatures your opponents control are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure token and crew 2.
Yeah, Sky Sovereign Console Flagship was a house that ended up in a bunch of very powerful decks. You still see it flying around randomly today. This card, similar, 5 damage is very important because you know who that kills? None other than Shieldred.
Everybody?
And everything else, practically.
Yeah, nearly everyone?
Nearly everyone. It has the very cool extra text on it of making treasure token. You know, if you want to make one the turn that you play it, you can. If you want to deal
you very well might.
And the crew cost being only 2 is extremely low for a 5/5.
That's tiny.
So I don't know. I love this card. People were comparing it kind of to Flame Tongue Kavu a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Creature coming in, dealing damage.
Except it's a beast. It's a big old 5/5.
It's 5/5. I think this card's excellent.
Yeah.
5 damage removal spell, great, get in the deck. The only way this card would be bad, I think, is if the format is extremely fast.
Yeah.
And that
even
case,
then, like,
it's not even
mana,
that bad.
Yeah, 5 mana is not 6 mana.
So true. So true.
Simply factually correct.
So I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to see what the limited format looks like, but I think this card is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see where this magmatic galleon can take us.
Great ship too. Those sails are on point.
Yeah, excellent. And it has like this very big seahorse.
The seahorse.
Yeah, what's it called? Like masthead?
Masthead, yeah.
Yes. Christy Balanescu is the artist.
Yeah, I think this. Yeah, I like this card a lot. So that's our preview card, Magmatic Galleon. I want to give a shout out as well to listeners in our Discord because we asked a question last week when we were talking about the new mechanics. Mm-hmm. We mentioned craft, and I was like, "Will you ever craft with a creature?" Or you said that you were like, "Will we ever see craft with a creature?" And I was like, "That seems really dark. Like, what are you doing? Like." Are you taking their flesh and molding it into something else? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Yes, they let us know. It is going to exist. Throne of the Grim Captain is one we see in the new set where this happens. It costs 2 for a legendary artifact at rare. You tap it to mill 2 cards. Okay, sure. But then it says craft with a dinosaur, a merfolk, a pirate, and a vampire. 4. So I'm going to read the reminder text just because this is new. So the reminder text on this craft is 4, exile this artifact, exile the 4 from among permanents you control and or cards in your graveyard, and then you return this back to the battlefield under its owner's control, transformed into the Grim Captain.
Yes, the Grim Captain is a legendary creature skeleton spirit pirate with menace, trample, lifelink, and hexproof.
Gross.
Very gross. It's a 7/7, and whenever it attacks, each opponent sacrifices a non-land permanent. Then you may put an exiled creature card used to craft the Grim Captain onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking.
I love this card.
Disgusting.
This card is so cool, and it's never going to happen.
I don't know, because you can exile them from among stuff in your graveyard, and this puts stuff in your graveyard.
It does help you. It does help you be able to have it do its thing.
Yeah.
I will say that. I just don't know what decks are going to have a dinosaur, merfolk, pirate, and vampire in them.
That's true. I don't know, but hey. That's for time to tell.
Time will tell. I'm sure somebody's going to do this, but
yes.
It's not going to be that easy, everybody. Like getting those 4 different creature types. I mean, depends on if they gave us many changelings in this set. We don't know that yet, but we do know this is not a set focused on creature types alone and making synergies with those in specific color pairs.
My guess is no changelings.
Okay. So probably no changelings. So we're going to have to do this on hard mode. And they all have to either be, on your battlefield and you don't want them anymore, or in your graveyard, and then you can transform it. If you can do it, obviously, I think you just win.
I mean, I think that you play this card in your, like, if you open this in sealed, you play this.
And you have all the things.
Okay, yeah. If you have at least one of each in your deck.
You would do it with one of each?
Oh, yeah.
But Megan, it doesn't do anything until you activate it. It does nothing.
Dumb. Doesn't matter.
I guess if you have Descend, if you have some Descend stuff that you care about, then this will help you get Descend.
Yeah, see? Now you know what I'm saying.
But I gotta ask you, like, as the captain, you've become a strange amalgamation of all of these creatures who once crewed your ship.
Yeah.
You come back to life. Is your life worth living anymore? As this horrible, unholy combination.
Yeah, Maria, I think that you are loving your unlife when you are the Grim Captain. The Grim Captain has it all.
And I guess they get to come back again.
Exactly.
This card is very cool, everyone. I think I love the design of it so much. I think it's funny. I just think it'll be extremely hard to activate.
I love it. Do you know what? It's going to happen. It's going to happen to you, and you're going to be so mad about it.
Oh my gosh. It will. It definitely will. Probably at the pre-release. What's another card that you have your little eye on that you've seen previewed so far, Megan?
I am very much into our little new 2/3 Merfolk Scout friend.
Merfolk alert.
Yes, Nakanzel Current Conductor is a green-blue for a 2/3. Whenever a creature you control explores a land card, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. I mean, love me some ramp.
Yep.
Whenever a creature you control explores a non-land card, put a +1/+1 counter on Nakanzel Current Conductor. I mean, I just love Explore as a mechanic, and so I'm loving, seeing a little uncommon here that gets us a lot of Explore action.
Yeah, and this might be, one of the signposts on commons for blue and green. Explore and ramp being kind of things that blue and green are known for anyway, here in the set. And I want to point out, like, similar to us being like, I wonder if you're going to be able to craft with creatures, this one's like, hey, if you explore a land card, you know what I mean? Like, that's a little weird.
So, I mean, no, I think it means if you explore and like what you reveal is a land.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, you're putting counters on your lands? Well, I guess you can.
No, I think it just means if you reveal a land card or a non-land card.
I see. Yeah, whenever a creature you control explores a land card. I've got to say that wording, though, it made me question there for a minute.
But either way, right? Like, so no matter what you reveal, you get something.
Yeah. No, that's great. This card's excellent.
Which is pretty sweet. Let me tell you, there is an early running card for Gross's card.
Oh, yeah? What do we got? What's early in the running here?
Dusk Rose Reliquary, which is just a gross heart. It's a gross heart in a box.
What? You don't have a heart in a box in your house?
Not one that looks like this.
I have a heart in a jar in my house.
Mine are all fresh. It's still red. This one is like, it's like death. It's like gross. It is gross.
Once I saw some pig's lungs,
No, I don't know.
I'm not going to know that. Do I mean heart? What do I mean? I saw some, it must have been lungs in a, when I was filming with the college that they were teaching nursing students something. It was like this device that you could use to puff them up, and they were pig lungs. And like, I was filming them and they were like, oh, well, let's go get the lungs out for you. And they like wheeled them in. They smelled bad. Anyway, this reminds me of that. And I do have a heart in a jar in my house, but it's plastic.
What a comfort. What a comfort that is to hear, quite honestly.
It's 1 white for an artifact, uncommon. As an additional cost to cast a spell. Strike that, reverse it. Sacrifice an artifact or creature. Ward 2. When it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield.
I mean, love this card.
Great card.
Yeah. This art though, this heart is so gross. This heart in the box is really gross. It needed better care. It has not been well cared for.
It needed a fresh supply of blood continuously pumped into it.
Exactly. It looks quite bad. Okay, I will say, Maria, I have one small complaint.
Yeah.
About this set, which is that I cannot, for the freaking life of me, tell the rarities of cards based on the set symbol.
It is really, really difficult. Somebody else mentioned this on Twitter, I think.
It is so hard. I cannot tell.
This looks like it could be a common. There's only the slightest hint that it might be an uncommon.
It is an uncommon, but you really have to dig for that fact.
You do. You got to look pretty hard
to be revealed to you.
Another card I wanted to call out was Amelia Benavides Aguirre, which is white and black, because I talked about a white-black card last episode.
Oh, yeah.
That I was very excited about. Yeah, and here's another vamp. So we're getting more vamps. We're like thinking about our aristocrats theme. She's a 2/2. She's a rare, I believe, for a legendary creature, Vampire Scout. The reason I like her so much is because Ixalan, former Ixalan, brought me one of my favorite cards of all time, which was Difficult to Kill. This one has Ward. Pay 3 life. Whenever you gain life, Amelia Benavides Aguirre explores, then destroy all other creatures if its power is exactly 20.
Wow, that's spicy.
I think that's very cool. I think any 2-drop with something on it that protects it from being killed is a card that I like. So I like this card. And it's life gain as well. Yeah. So that's a vampire thing. So are we going to see some more vampires that care about this kind of synergy? I hope so, as your resident vampire fan. And maybe she'll be included in that aristocrats deck that we think we might end up seeing.
Oh, yeah. I'm also a big fan of her outfit here.
Oh, she's great. Yeah. She's great. We had a lot of people thirsting on the internet for her.
Oh, I'm sure. She's got some great glasses, great hairstyle. I love her armor. I love her shirt underneath. I love her fancy pen.
So good.
I'm about all the parts of it.
There's another card with a great art I wanted to call out called Get Lost.
Oh, this art is incredible.
This art! I mean, it's so great. It's not, this is the different art. So this is the, I don't know what they want to call it, the special art for the set.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's not the traditional printing. That one, art also cool, but this is the special one. 1 and a white for an instant, rare. Destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens.
Wow.
That is a
spicy
cheap removal spell in white that gets rid of basically anything. They do get 2 map tokens, but I don't really care. You know what I mean?
Especially if I'm destroying a planeswalker with this, they can have it.
Take your map tokens and have a great day.
Take your map tokens. Yeah.
So
great looking card.
I've got my eye on this card for standard. I love when white gets access to cheap, excellent removal spells. Don't care that there's a drawback because they're going to be dead before they can activate those map tokens. That's all I have to say about it.
All right. Maria making some bold promises here.
Bold promises coming from me.
We also have the best turtle of all time. Name a better turtle.
There isn't one. I love this
look
turtle.
at this turtle. This turtle has a beautiful headdress. This turtle has an entire pyramid on its back. This turtle is amazing. It's bedrock tortoise, 3 and a green for an 0/6. As long as it's your turn, creatures you control have hexproof. Spicy. And each creature you control with toughness greater than its power assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power.
I was searching for creature type tortoise, but it's actually just turtle.
It is just turtle.
Because I wanted to, you were like, is this the best turtle? And I wanted to do my due diligence here and look through all the turtles. Gosh, there's a lot of really good turtles in Magic.
I mean, look, there are a lot of great turtles. Okay, let me look.
Because how can you choose? I don't know if I could ever choose. There's so many good ones.
Obviously, okay, dragon turtle, super cute.
So cute.
So mad at that boat, gonna chomp.
Him chomp, for sure.
Him chomp.
One of my favorite turtles of all time is Meandering Tower Shell. Do you all remember this card?
Oh, yeah.
That was the 5/9 with Island Walk, and then when it attacked, it went away into exile and then didn't come back attacking until your next attack step.
Oh my god. He was
so slow. He was so slow.
How slow is he? That's how slow he is that next turn.
Next turn, he will be back in attack.
Yeah.
So that's my favorite turtle, I think, probably, just because the flavor is out of this world. But there's so many cute turtles, like Kappa Cannoneer is a very, very cute turtle with a cannon on his back.
I think that this turtle might be my vote for cutest turtle.
It is very cute.
It's it just looks so good.
So this is in the running for cutest card for sure. Early contender. Early contender.
I mean, just look at how he's so big and he has such a nice headdress. Someone went through all the trouble
to make him a great hat.
Exactly. That's an important tortoise to someone.
He's 3 and a green. He's a rare for an 0/6.
Yeah. I said this part.
Oh, you said what he does? Okay.
Yeah.
I missed it because I was looking at turtles.
You were too busy looking at other turtles.
I like the flavor text as well. Many temples have strong foundations. Few are also wise. That's very cute.
See, he's strong and wise.
Great turtle.
Yeah.
I wanted to call out another vehicle. We mentioned our own vehicle earlier. There's another vehicle that got previewed. This one was previewed in German, so the translation is not currently out yet, but we're going to call it Collapsible Schooner for 1 and a blue. Artifact vehicle, rare, 3/4. Whenever Collapsible Schooner attacks, target creature that crewed it this turn explores.
Love it.
Crew cost of 1.
Great card.
I think that's excellent.
Yeah, really good.
And I think we need to call out anytime we have a vehicle that costs 2 mana with a low crew cost, because those historically have been banned.
They historically certainly have been.
Looter Scooter, we're looking at you.
Do you remember what a menace that card was?
Oh, it was. It was.
It was the menace of all time.
That card, real good. Then they had to ban Gideon's whatchamacallit too, didn't they? That was like the 4/4.
Oh, Heart of Kirin?
Heart of Kirin. Thank you.
I think Heart of Kirin managed to stick around longer, but was also
Menace.
a menace to society. A menace to good society.
Good society everywhere. Yeah, Heart of Kirin. Why did I call it Gideon's whatever?
I have no idea. Because they both died. They both dead.
So will we see this German boat getting there? Or will it, survive the axe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. How long will it be able to stick around? Maybe it will. I will say those other ones were colorless.
Yes.
So they could go in any deck ever.
Yeah.
And this at least it's one in a blue.
That's true.
So it might be more acceptable.
I wanted to mention a reprint of Resplendent Angel. Everybody is coming back in this set. Do you remember this card?
Yes. And also we saw this art earlier and now we know what it is.
It's great. This is 1 white for a 3/3 angel mythic flying at the beginning. I want to say that's mythic. I can't really tell for sure, but
I believe that it is.
Flying at the beginning of each end step. If you gain 5 or more life this turn, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying and vigilance, and then you can pay 3 white until end of turn. Resplendent Angel gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink.
Great.
I love this card. I played it in an Aurelia deck back in the day.
Yeah.
I just think it's great, fabulous design. I love lifelink. I love flying, evasion, and then you can pump up your team. It's everything I like on card. In a card. A+. I'm happy it's back. Yeah,
it's a great card. We've also now seen the blue god.
The blue god.
Yes, the blue one, Ojer Pakpatik.
I did learn about saying it is O'Hare.
O'Hare Pakpatik. Deepest epoch. I don't know that's just a normal word and I've never learned how to say it.
Epoch, yeah.
Okay,
Epic,
epoch, great.
Epic.
Do you know what? The other day was reliving for someone how on this very podcast was where I learned how to say archipelago. So,
I mean, the true tragedy is that you never learned how to say vehicle, but that's another story.
I believe that I say vehicle 100% correctly. There's an H in there. Why shouldn't we be saying it?
Oh, sorry. Continue.
2 blue for a 4/3 legendary creature god flying. Whenever you cast an instant spell from your hand, it gains rebound.
Oh my god.
So spicy. So good. Exile it as it resolves at the beginning of your next upkeep. You may cast it from exile without paying its mana cost.
Sick.
Great stuff. When it dies, return it to the battlefield tapped and transformed under its owner's control with 3 time counters on it. It turns into Temple of Cyclical Time, which is a land. Tap, add blue, remove a time counter from Temple of Cyclical Time. 2 and a blue, tap, transform Temple of Cyclical Time, activate only if it has no time counters on it and only as a sorcery.
Wow. Yeah. That card does it all.
Exactly. Like, I really love this. I think it's super cool. I just love the name Temple of Cyclical Time. I love that it does just bring the god back.
Yeah.
So cool. I think it's very cool.
I think we'd be remiss if we did our show and we didn't mention the Llama Land, Restless Prairie.
Llama Land.
People very excited about Llama Land. This is a green-white land. Enters tapped. These are rare. So they can tap for either green or white. Or you can pay 2 green-white. Restless Prairie becomes a 3/3 green and white llama creature until end of turn. Still a land. Whenever Restless Prairie attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Here for it.
Great. So we're seeing this is like the other side, right, of the land cycle that we just had in Wilds?
Yes. And this one, the art is a prairie. We're looking down at it. We're kind of seeing a patchwork of the various fields and stuff, but they're in the shape of a llama head.
Llama Land.
So this Llama Land gets a big thumbs up for me.
Yeah, absolute perfection. What
100%.
What more do you want besides a llama? Honestly, I think if I had a llama, I'd be pretty happy.
Once you have a llama, that's what they say. All of your all of your problems go away.
All of your programs go away. Yeah, we've also seen there's Restless Vents, which is the black-red version of these rare lands. 1 black-red, it becomes a 2/3 black and red insect creature with menace.
Sick.
Whenever it attacks, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card.
The blue-white one becomes a 2/3 white and blue bird with flying. And then whenever it attacks, you create a map token. That's Restless Anchorage.
And then we have Restless Ridgeline, which is the red-green land. It's 2 red-green. It becomes a 3/4 red and green dinosaur. And whenever it attacks, another target attacking creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Untap that creature.
These lands are incredible.
Yeah, they're very spicy.
Really, really good. Excited to see them here. And I can't imagine that we'll see a constructed environment that doesn't play these. They're just great.
Absolutely. The black-green one has been like an it's a house.
Yeah,
it's literally a house.
It's a house. Restless Cottage.
It is house.
That land is a house, literally. But everything I've seen so far of this set looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to play it. The art is incredible.
Yeah, it's so good.
The alternate art they have for these cards, I gotta call out Bloodletter of Aklatza. I just need to learn how to say these cards. Anyway, 1 black for a vampire demon, 2/4 flying. If an opponent would lose life during your turn, they lose twice that much life instead. First of all, this card's awesome.
Yes.
It's a mythic. But the alternate art of it is great.
It's so good.
It's just beautiful. I could say that about almost every alternate art card in this set. And they're just swinging for the fences here.
Alternate art on this one by Bene Rollman.
A+.
Yeah.
A+.
So
Somebody said we should do an alternate art prize on the Crimbies this year. Let me tell you, that would be the hardest prize that I ever had to vote on.
I mean, I think that we have to.
They've just really upped the game. With
they've
this
done
stuff.
some amazing stuff.
So everybody, the set coming out on the 17th, pre-release the weekend before, and before that even is going to be the streamer event, which is happening on Thursday the 9th, starting at 9 a.m. Pacific. Your favorite streamer is playing this event early in the early access event. So that's coming up next week.
Yeah.
And then next weekend, pre-release. So we're going to have Judge Rob on the show to give us the old rundown for next week's episode. Yes.
Very exciting. Oh, Maria, what about this raccoon? If this raccoon is not cutest card, I might...
Wait, which raccoon?
I might have to... Coati Scavenger?
Okay,
Look at all the things he's scavenged.
Hold on, I gotta find him.
Look at all his rocks.
Coati
Look at all him rocks.
There's been a lot of scavengers in Magic over the years, gotta say.
Coati, Coati Scavenger.
Coati, C-O, there he is. Oh, look at him. Oh, he's a funny looking raccoon.
But look at all of his rocks.
He has scavenged them. He's made a little pile.
Exactly.
Oh, what a good really raccoon.
Great. What a good guy.
I had a cat who would do this, who would take stuff around my house and put them in a secret stash in the basement.
Great.
And then one day I found it. I found the stash and I was like, what is this? It was a bunch of pencils with like fuzzy little pencil toppers, like some troll dolls, like
Great.
A loose sock. Like they had a little treasure stash. God, I love cats.
Cats can collect troll dolls too.
Well, everybody, that's this episode of Good Luck High Five. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, there's coffee in that nebula. I've been your host, Captain Catherine Janeway. Although I'm now an admiral, no big deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I deserve it. I got a ship through the Delta Quadrant, or don't you know that?
Yeah. You truly did. In the meantime, helped a kid?
Probably.
I think that's the arc of my film.
Yeah.
I think I learned it's bad to scare children.
Good lesson.
Solid lesson for all of us.
Hey, if you want to support the show and help us buy that yacht, please go to patreon.com/GLHF Magic. If you donate at $10 a month or more before our next episode, you get a shirt.
Help me need to take a screen printing class because you know what? I will. At this point, we've come up with enough dumb ones, by which I mean, obviously mean brilliant, that I'm going to learn how to print these suckers myself.
Make Megan take a class. Okay.
So you can get a, what was it? I gave Megan and Maria yacht money.
Yep. Our yacht is going to be a paper boat that we push down the Mississippi and wave to.
Oh yeah, great. It's going to sink immediately.
But if you would like to join the elite club of people who help make the show happen every week, we would so love to have you. Patreon.com/GLHF Magic. Shout out again to Card Kingdom for being the place to go for all of your holiday shopping needs. Pre-order Ixalan right now to have it when it releases. And very excited to get into these rules and tricky card mechanics next week with Judge Rob, which is a favorite show of a lot of listeners. So if you want that show dedicated to you, just become a new patron. You don't have to do the $10 thing before next episode, and we'll dedicate the show to you.
That show can be yours.
Yeah, it can be yours. So
pretty great.
I'd love to see that happen. Everybody have a happy Halloween. And remember, my little green skeleton is here saying hi, everyone. Bye.
Bye.